Hey, good morning everyone. Good morning everyone. Today we're going to be looking at, I know that I haven't shot one of these videos in a while, so forgive me for that. But here comes another video. Okay, so what I was looking at on GBPJPY right now is the fact that we were coming from a nice strong impulsive move to the upside, all right? And what we can see is that we were creating a series of higher lows and higher highs. So that's the first thing that we can see. If price at at 10, if it comes and closes above here, we're buying. We're buying to this point here, just a short one for the GBP open. If it doesn't, if price stays in the same selling pressure that it is in at the moment, we will be selling all the way to this point over here. So as we can see, guys, this is what I was looking at from GBPJPY. Obviously, it's 10 minutes earlier, but if this plays out, I'm looking to come directly to this point here. And as you guys can see, candlesticks are very important. If you have learned your candlesticks, we have managed to get this candlestick here. And obviously we're going to, which indicates selling pressure. Okay, so if you guys look at this candlestick here, that I was talking about, if you guys see a candlestick that does this on a support, right, like this, if it does this on a resistance, not a support, sorry, we know that this is indication of buys have lost power and we're now going to the downside, and this was a key resistance point here. So we obviously knew that we were going to, that would have been an additional confluence for us. Okay, so it's 9:52 right now. Let's create another zone. Okay, cool. So we've done that. I'm excited. Why am I excited? I'm excited because this candle closed below. So the fact that it closed below, it means that this was just a minor retracement and we're still going down. Why is this an area of sensitivity? Because here it was a turning point. Here it was a turning point. Here it was a turning point. So therefore, I was expecting this to be a turning point. But this wasn't a turning point at this time because over here we were in an uptrend and here we're in a downtrend. So we're only looking for selling positions. So let's just hope that everything that I'm saying adds up. We've got a nice risk reward ratio of 1:3, which is good. Our take profit is 25 pips. And what else do we have? 25 pips versus 7 pips. That's amazing. That is great. That is a good risk reward ratio. Okay. Let's just also take a look at how we could have been able to identify this sell. All right. So if you guys see that we had a nice impulse correction. All right. So that's great. If we have that, it means that we're in an uptrend, series of higher highs and higher lows. So let's just take this instance. All right. And let's just create something like this. Let's connect those highs. All right, cool. So what I'm saying is that we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3 touches, and then just before the break, we have this. And this is an impulse. So this would have been the nice correction. And, okay, so do you guys see what I did there? Okay, so the first thing that we had was we had an ascending structure, all right? We had an ascending structure and we had a 1, 2, 3, a third touch. So at that third touch, when we came back, we had an impulse and then we created a range, sideways movement, all right? And what was the indication for us to get into ourselves now? The indication was a shooting star. So if you guys go and read on your shooting star candlesticks, let me take a screenshot. If you guys go and read on your shooting star candlesticks, this means that if we were in an uptrend and then we all of a sudden see a shooting star candlestick, what are we doing? We are now going down. So this is how I was able to catch this trade. Just back to what we're seeing right now quickly. I want to create something like this over here, according to the 90% rule. All right, so now I should be able to see a bit of a drawdown. It should come back up a bit. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because this candle failed to close below. So we want to see some kind of retracement to go down here. All right, or we wanted to see it even come all the way up here before we can go to our final target. Okay, another confluence why we would want to take our take profit here is because on a bigger time frame, let me just look at the 15 minutes time frame quickly. You guys can see that we have a W, an even W, all right? So we've got that and we have that, all right? So if I have an uneven W, it means that any kind of W that is formed, it needs to come and retest the neckline. So if you have a W like this, it will go up, come back and retest that neckline and then keep going up, all right? So at the moment, what we're saying, look at this candle. This is beautiful. Can you see that here we're not able to see the shooting star? Why? Because we're on a 15 minutes time frame. So you go into smaller time frames for you to get your sniper entries. All right. So with this uneven W, what I want to see is, yes, price has done that. Now I want to see it coming to retest this area here. All right. Exactly what I told you guys there. So we were expecting it to come and retest a bit. So we'll see in 3 minutes what's going to happen. So we're looking for a retest here, or we're looking for a retest here. What does this tell me? This tells me that I'm able to manage my trade and say, let me move my stop loss to entry. So that this way, if it has a deeper retracement, I'm not going to lose anything. I'm just going to hit break even. And remembering the fact that at the 90% where this pattern started, I would have already taken some partials. We're seeing a nice rejection. 10 seconds left. Let's see what happens. All right. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. All right. Can we get an impulse to the downside to finish this off? Okay, so whilst I'm here, guys, I'm just going to teach you about trade management, sorry. Okay, so if we're saying that here we had an impulse, correction, impulse, and then this became the new impulse, all right? So this means that this is the correction, okay? So if this is the correction, we were anticipating an impulse. Great. Oh, here's another tip quickly. If you take the length of this to that, to the length of the next impulse from where it starts, can you guys see that it hits your first take profit? So that's cool. Don't worry about what's going on here. It's still gonna go down. Don't stress. Okay, so if we had that impulse, correction, impulse, so what phase is the market in right now? The market is in a correctional phase. All right. And I know this because impulse, correction, impulse. Now we're creating another correction. So from this correction here, okay, if this candle closes below, I'm entering more sells because it just means that there's nothing going on for buyers. I'll show you just now when the next 5-minute candle closes. But if it closes above, it's a bit dangerous. But it's okay, it's okay. All right, impulse, correction, impulse. Now this is the correction, waiting for another impulse. Now, if we take the Fibonacci tool that I showed you guys, from there to there, you'll be able to measure the impulse to the 618. So the 618 was the key level for this one here. Now let's take the next one, next impulse like we did, to this point here. Where is it going to come to? It's gonna come to the 618 again, and then we're gonna shoot to the downside. So that's how we measure the correction. If you want to measure for the take profit, go from there. For the take profit, you go from there to this point here, to the lowest point, to there. So you guys can see your first take profit at 272, second take profit at this point over here. You guys can see that price is still coming down. I really wanted to come and hit here. All right, so if it comes and hits here, that's perfect. We would have caught a nice 27 pips for London Open, and we can call it a morning. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see